Have you been charged with violating a no contact order or a restraining order in Seattle or anywhere in Washington state? Or are you just interested in what that's about? Well, if so, this is the video for you. My name is Lance Fryrear, and I am the defender of justice. Defender of justice. Defender of justice. Defender of justice. And I don't normally look like this. I look like this. And that's because I'm a defense attorney. I have a law firm in Linwood, Washington. We've been defending people charged with crimes for more than 20 years. But I put together these videos to provide information to anybody out there who has interest in the criminal law or might be charged with a crime or just wants to know what to do. So if you find these videos useful, please remember to like our video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So in this video, I'm going to cover three things. One, what is a no contact or restraining order violation? Two, what are common situations that people get caught in for violating an order violation? And number three, and most importantly, so watch until the end. At the end, I'm going to cover what are some of the most common defenses to no contact order or restraining order violations. So what is a no contact order violation? Well, basically, no contact orders are a couple different kinds. Actually, there's probably 7 or 8, but the most common times there's a no contact order, which means, hey, the restrained party is not allowed to have contact or go near the protected party. The most common situation is the restrained party has a no contact order from a domestic violence charge or an assault charge. So you get arrested for domestic violence, you get a no contact order at your arraignment. Now you're not allowed to contact your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife. And that can be hard because you have a life together. There's also a restraining order can be violated, same type of penalty. A restraining order usually is where one person has went to civil court without there being an underlying crime and asked the court to issue an order saying, hey, respondent, don't have any contact with me. And the violation of that is also a crime. And so what are the levels of crimes for violating a no contact order or a restraining order, any type of restraint order? Well, if it's a typical violation, a first offense, it's a gross misdemeanor, which means the maximum penalty is 90 days. Strike that. The maximum penalty is 1 year in jail and a $5,000 fine. Simple misdemeanors are 90 days in jail. Even the defender of justice can misspeak. And if you've had multiple violations of an order, it can be a felony, and that changes all the time, so check with an attorney. And if you're accused of assault in violation of a no contact or restraining order, that is a felony. So be very careful. These are very serious offenses, and you need to talk to an attorney. So what are the most common ways people get caught violating a no contact order? Well, the most common way, and let's think about it. If it's a domestic violence charge, you'd be surprised. Oftentimes, the person who's the victim of the assault doesn't want there to be no contact order. They want to have contact with their partner. It was a bad night. You live together, you have kids together. And so oftentimes the protected party wants contact with the restrained party because the only person at risk is the person who the no contact order is against. So one most common way an order is violated is the couple drives together in the same car. If you're in the same car and you're driving together and someone gets pulled over, your name's going to pop up in the system. If the protected party's driving, it's going to show in the system that he or she is the protected party in an order. If they see someone else in the car, they're going to ask, hey, are you the restrained party? And if so, you're going to get arrested. That's a common way that a violation can happen. Another common way, if it's a permissive violation, is there's another argument. A neighbor calls the police due to the loud argument between the couple. The police show up, they find you in violation of the order, you get arrested. Another common situation is a nosy neighbor. We see that all the time. A neighbor doesn't like the restrained party. They see the restrained party show up, they call the police. And so those are ways that you could get permissive violations of the order. And when I say permissive, that's where the protected party agrees, but that is not a defense. It's the court's order, not the protected party's order. The court has ordered it, and the only one that can change it is the court. So do not violate the order, and do not think that just because the other party agrees, it means it's okay. For non-permissive ways of violating the order, where the protected party says don't have any contact me, well, you send a text message, you like something on Facebook, you respond on Twitter. That's contact, because contact means any form of contact, including electronic contact. You tell a friend to pass a message to the protected party. Well, third party contact is not allowed either. So don't do that. Third party contact is a common way of violation. So for our clients, oftentimes they ask us, well, how am I supposed to get my stuff? I'm the restrained party. All my stuff is at the household where I used to live. How do I get it? Well, usually a no contact order has something called a civil standby, a one-time opportunity to call the police and have them go with you to the residence and pick up essential items. That doesn't mean you can get everything. You might only be there for 10 or 15 minutes, but get your computer, get your clothes, toiletries, etc. So take a look at the order and see if it allows for a civil standby. If you're not sure what to do, you can give an attorney's office a call. You can call us. We'll try to point you in the right direction. So those are some ways that an order can be violated. And so now, most importantly, and if you've watched to the end, you're going to get to hear this now, number 3, are what are the ways to defend an order violation? Well, it depends on what you're accused of. If you're accused of electronic communication, oftentimes we can defend it was an accident. You didn't mean to pocket dial somebody. You didn't mean to like something. Or maybe there's not proof it actually was you. If it's a permissive violation, well, we may not be able to defend the order violation itself. We can point out to the prosecutor that the protected party wanted you there, that there was no violence, and now you know better. Now your attorney, maybe us, has explained that that's not allowed, and hopefully we can get some leniency that way. For non-permissive violations, it can also be, hey, I didn't actually have contact, or I wasn't within the restricted distance. Oftentimes orders say you have to be 500 feet away from the protected party. And let's say you're at a restaurant and you're there first and the protected party shows up. Well, the order says that you're supposed to leave because you're the one restrained. And I've seen that case where it happens. You're at the restaurant, someone else shows up. Next thing you know, the police are there. Well, what's the evidence you knew that person was there, the protected party? Just because they saw you didn't mean that you saw them. So it's really important you get some good attorney help if you're charged with this type of thing. The typical approach in most defense cases is, one, you let some time pass. So the case needs to age some so you can show the prosecutor that you're not a problem. You're not going to have any more violations of the order. 2, we typically need to have you do something so the prosecutor can feel part of the solution. We might have you do a class, do some community service. And then 3 is, how do we deal with your particular prosecuting agency or prosecutor to try to get them to see your side of the story? Again, if we had a violation, either accidental or purposeful, the main thing the prosecutor wants usually is to just make sure it doesn't happen again. Okay? So I hope you found this useful. If you do, please like this video. Please follow our channel, subscribe. That would really be helpful in getting our message out to others. And if you have this problem, give our office a call. We're there 24/7. If we don't answer, we have an answering service. You can also text us at the number in this video. But if you give us a call, we'll listen to your side of the story. We'll see if we're a good match to help. And if so, we'll do everything we can to help you. We'll be there for you. Thank you.